Hello everybody and welcome to Bathmat Reviews, where today we are going to be talking about Transformers Siege, or War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege, Optimus Prime. And this guy is pretty dang cool. And by pretty dang cool, I mean I really like him. To be honest, I skipped out on this guy at first because, well, when he was out, I didn't have much money. And then I got Earthrise Prime, and I was like, I don't need him. And then I was like, now-ish. And I was like, you know what? I think I want him, though. And so I grabbed him. And I'm very glad I did, because he is quite a fun and interesting take on Optimus Prime. And I think he is pretty cool. And so this Optimus Prime transforms into a Cybertronian truck that happens to look basically like a regular truck. So I do kind of wish that they put a little bit more effort in there. But the transformation is very cool. And the design is, well, it's the classic Optimus Prime design. And that's pretty cool. And they just put a lot of effort into little parts about him that I think are pretty dang cool. He's just cool. I really like this guy. So, first, here is his box to do a good old-fashioned box review. So here's the box. You got Siege, War for Cybertron Trilogy. You got Optimus Prime, in case you couldn't tell. You have Transformers, Generations, Cartoony. You got that artwork. And then you have the arc right there that's seems to be very important, but it doesn't actually get a figure till, well, I think 2 toy lines later? Yeah, Kingdom. And you got the top, upside down. And you got the back, you got 27 steps. That's my favorite number. So, that's pretty cool. You got Optimus Prime there with spoilers for accessories. You have him here with a bunch of other stuff, so, yep. And then, Battle Master. He does not come with those Battle Masters, but, you could get them, I guess, and do that. So that's cool. And here he is again, and here are his accessories. So he comes with the standard Ion Blaster, you know, the classic Optimus Prime gun that you know and love. And it's fine. Yeah, it's the classic Optimus Prime gun. I really don't have much to say about it. And then he has a fairly, well, quite interesting second accessory, which is this shield. It's totally a shield. Well, it does work as a shield, and there's even some ports right there, so that if you take, oh god, the closest blast effect and put it on there, it can be like, he got shot, but he blocked it with his shield. Because that was like, some of the gimmicks is like, you could have, it's like covered in battle damage, and you can have all these ports over him, so he could be like, oh, my arm, oh no. But, yeah. But the real thing that's cool about this is you take it, you flip this down, you flip this back, and you flip this up, and you have an axe. And unfortunately, he can only hold it down here, but that doesn't really matter to me, because he has a melee weapon that not only is just a melee weapon, but it's a melee weapon that transforms, and so you know I love it. And it is really cool. I think that is absolutely sick, and, yeah, I'm very happy with that. And, you know, it's a little bit too bad, because this guy doesn't come with a Matrix, but they do reference in a cool way, but it, yeah, you know, if we had to ditch out on a Matrix for this, you know, I guess that's okay. Plus, I mean, the way the transformation works, a Matrix wouldn't work. I think that's the main reason why he didn't have one. Because they love shoving a Matrix into anything that can possibly have it. So, yeah, now let's get to articulation, because it's, well, pretty good. Like, I think Siege was like, it's either Siege or the one before it that really started putting in effort into, like, having all the articulation bits on every character, or like, consistent articulation, for every character as much as possible. So, yeah. So first you have a full 360 there. You have out that far. This hinge moves out so that you can do that. That's nice. You have a bicep swivel. You have 90 degrees of bend. You have wrist rotation. I wish it had opening hands, but I don't really need it to. The only reason why is because maybe then he could grab onto this, like, if it was, like, able to slot in there or something like that. But if not, oh well. Head on a ball joint that is quite loose on mine, but it holds all of its positions. It's just really easy to move. And I guess you can also use this transformation bit to move that up and down a little bit. Then waist, you have a 360. Whoosh! And that's pretty cool. Then you got forward this far, back this far. Well, you could go further back, but you have to move the backpack out of the way, and I just lied. I mean, well, I guess, no, I didn't. He does... No, that's literally it. You don't have to move the backpack. You get the full range there. That's kind of nice. And you got out that far. You have a, well, I mean, you have a upper thigh swivel and a knee swivel. And you have a fantastic bend at the knee of way over 90 degrees. And then you have an ankle tilt. And you have up and down at the, well, you have down at the toe and down at the heel. And so, yeah, that's pretty cool. And, what's next? Ah, yes, size comparisons. So here he is with my previous review. Jetfire / Skyfire from Thrilling 30s. And, yeah, Skyfire is pretty big. Then, here he is with the Prime unit of measurement. And Prime v Prime, you know? Yeah, I think both of these figures are great. Surprise, surprise, I like 86 Optimus Prime. And here he is with Batman. And Batman is slightly taller, I believe. Now let's get into transformation, because, well, it's really good. I really like it. It is just the right blend of, like, the classic bits, but also doing interesting new stuff that I really like. So, let's get into it. So first, come to the axe, flip. Actually, I forgot. You're supposed to flip this one in first, and then this one. If not, things get in the way. Then fold that up. Now that you've done that transformation, that was super important to do before, and if you don't do it before, well, I think that means, like, you're, I don't know, gonna get, like, beaten up by, like, 60 dudes in ninja masks. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. I don't know why that's the case, but, hey, I haven't tried it. I don't want to be beaten up by 60 dudes in ninja masks. But, anyway, so first, come to the back, extend, flip, extend these out about halfway, well, to how they are going to be in vehicle mode, then flip this out, and once that's passed, you can open that up the rest of the way. And this is the one little bit of the vehicle that's a little bit too bad. I wish you didn't have this backpack the same way, but also, it really doesn't bother me that much. I think it's pretty, it actually ends up with a pretty cool transformation, so I'm not really complaining. Then move the arms back, open up the chest, take these bits and just squeeze and pull and hurt the tree, get them out, and bring that down. And same thing on this side, just bring that up and then out, and you're just pulling these wheels out, and it's a little bit trickier to do than I'd like, but come on, just work with me. There we go. Yeah, I think you should actually do that a bit later, because moving that out of the way really does help. But now that they're out, I'm not going to put it back in. Actually, yes, I will, just to show you the proper order of operations. So, come on down to the legs, and we'll do them first because that seems to be how it wants it to be. So, take the legs, rotate them at the knee. Take this, flip that out. And I think this is cool because you have it transformed like this. And you take this out, and then this flips around. And that's used to fill in this gap, which they didn't need to do, but it is very appreciated. So, anyway, take that, flip that out, flip the wheels around, take the feet, collapse them together, and then take these flaps here, flip them out, and then clip all of this together, like so. Then take this bit out and bring it back like that. And then you can bring the wheels out and then flip them down like this. Ow! Still a little bit tricky, but this is definitely way easier to get out when it's like this. So bring that down and you're going to have them like this. And for a second I thought, oh, a hover mode or something? Nope, it's just so that they stay out of the way until you are ready for them to actually go in. Because then you take the arms, bend them in the classic way, open up his chest, take the head, flip that in, then bring the arms back, take these bits, flip them out. Also, they have molded detail in here that kind of look like guns, so I suppose you could use them in robot mode, like that. Then bring this in, and bring this flap up, just to get it out of the way. Same thing on this side. And then you take all this, and I find it's easiest to have it still squared out like this. As you bring it down, then bring these out, flip that, just line all this up, bring that in, take these bits, and why aren't you lined up? They're supposed to be lined up. And anyway, take these, bring them in, take these, and that will walk in like, oh, that's what was not lined up right. So then take that, peg those in, take the top, peg that in, take these, fold them up, then take this part, close that up. Oh, and here's the reference that I like. If you, in this state right here, it has like a matrix outline molded in detail, which I think is pretty cool considering they, you know, couldn't give us a matrix due to the head flipping in or whatever. But yeah, so then close that up. Take these bits and close them up. And then take the wheels and flip them up like that. And you are done. And for being basically a regular truck with a little bit of thingies on it to call it a space truck, I think it's pretty dang cool. And I quite like it, and I am quite satisfied with it. Now, as far as storage goes, you can take this, plug that there, take this, plug it here, 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 here. There's ports all over these. Or you can actually take this, plug that here, and then just do that if you want. And you know what? Sure, I'll leave it like that for now. So yeah, that's about it. Final thoughts? I like this guy. I think he's a bit forgotten now due to all the really great super cartoon accurate primes that we've gotten, being Earthrise and 86. But this guy, you know, for a while there, I think everybody was probably pretty dang happy to see a very classic prime. Now they're probably sick of it because there's been so many, but I'm not because he's my favorite character and I'll keep buying them. But yeah, so that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below what characters I should review next, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And follow me on YouTube and TikTok. Bye!